We are waiting for you.
Start a live video already.
I think so.
Yeah.
Hello!
Hello everyone.
Hey, Ferja, Himiro.
You
I don't know how to pronounce that. Hello, everybody. We can wait maybe 1 minute more and then we can start.
a few more minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe you can start joining us.
Cool.
Alright.
Hello, guys. Oh, more people. hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi,
Nielsen.
Nielsen.
Remember, guys, if you have any question for today, write down and comments any questions you have.
Can you guys hear us? Just thumbs up, please.
Can you hear? No.
No.
Hi, guys, can you hear me?
Hi, Felipe. So Felipe just joined us. Nos three in Australia say yep. What's the topic? So Felipe, we'll be talking about automotive courses today. And soon after, Seven Migration will be joining us to talk about the migration pathways of the mechanic occupation.
Yeah, so we are waiting maybe for a bit of more people to join us. And then we are gonna start. Yeah, I think there's a few people. We can start, no?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
All right.
So, guys, thank you for joining us today. My name is Dani. I am at Information Planet office in Adelaide. And today we have prepared this live for you for people who is interested in study automotive or maybe work in the automotive area and also maybe migrate to Australia with this course. All right. So for this time we have invited Michelle from Skills Australia Institute. Thank you, Mich, for joining us. If you want to introduce yourself
Sure.
and the school and everything.
Thank you, Danny. So hi everyone. So for who don't know me, I came here I think 2 weeks ago, I believe, to talk about carpentry courses. Now today we'll be talking about automotive courses. Thanks again for opening the space, for inviting Skills Australia and myself for this live. So yeah, I'm Mitch, I'm the marketing manager of Skills Australia. So Skills, we have 2 campuses, one in Perth, actually 2 campuses in Perth and 1 campus in Adelaide. Both are located in the CBD. We've been in the market since 2017. All right, so we offer a range of courses, most of them trade courses that will lead you at least for the 485 visa, as childcare courses, automotive, which we'll be talking today, carpentry courses, commercial cookery, graduate diploma of leadership of management, business courses, and telecommunication courses as well.
Good. Thank you, mate.
No.
So for people who doesn't know about Information Planet, we are a student agency located around the world. We have been in more than 10 countries around the world. We have more than 50 offices around the world. We are in Australia in different cities as well. We are in Melbourne, in Sydney, and Perth, and in Adelaide as well. All right, we are a student agency, so if you want to study, you can contact us as well. So, Mitch, I would like to ask you a few questions today about the automotive courses. So, first of all, which option the students have for this course? What packages option they have and everything?
All right. Skills Australia, we offer 3 courses related to automotive. All right, so we have the first one, Certificate 3, which is the entry level of the course, Certificate 3 in light mechanical vehicle. After which it lasts for the duration is 1.5 years, so 7 to 8 weeks basically.
All right.
After that, you can go to the Certificate 4 and then diploma. Certificate 4 is for 6 months and diploma for another 6 months. So you can do the 2 years package or 2.5 years package.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you. So what are the entry requirements for this course as well?
Right. For the Certificate 3 is the entry level of the automotive package. The student need at least 5.0 IELTS or equivalent. So if you are in Australia and you are studying English, you are intermediate level, there will be the entry requirements for the course. In case you're here with your partner, you haven't studied English at all in Australia, you can do our EPT, which is our English placement test, which is free. Dani, you can contact her or Fernanda, so they will show you how to do the test. It's pretty easy. You go to our website, it's free of charge. So you can do the test and get the equivalent to that particular level, right? Academic requirement, Australia year 10, or if you done any course in Australia, any qualification such as certificate 3 or diploma level, you can enter to this course as well.
Okay. From Latin America, they usually get like year 12 or year 11 as well from some countries.
As soon as they complete high school, yes, they can ready to start the course, absolutely. Just make sure worry about the English level.
All right, cool. And it's really important what you mentioned about the English, because some people go to the website and have a look at the school requirement and they say, oh, but the school is asking me for IELTS 5.5 and I don't have it. So most of the school put the IELTS 5.5 or 6 as an idea, but the student can get it from different...
it doesn't need to be only IELTS, guys. We accept IELTS, we accept PTE, and we also accept all English providers in Australia, not just particular providers. Some schools here in Australia, we do accept all English providers
English
here.
schools,
English schools, that's right.
That's really good, cool. All right, thank you.
No.
So another question is, how do I know if this course is right for me? I'm thinking in study automotive. Mechanic, we say in Latin America as well. So how do I know if it's the right course for me?
How much time do you have? Do you have like 3 hours to go here? I'll try to be brief, okay? So it's, first of all, it's a career that in auto industry is very, very extremely exciting, okay? So there are many challenges facing mobility, global concerns, sustainable transportation, new technology. So if you're thinking to go for a mechanical, automotive career, pathway industry, so first question you must ask yourself is, do I like cars? I think that's like pretty basic. If you don't, it will be really hard for you to going forward, right? It's the same as I hate cooking, I will go and work in a kitchen. So it's really, really hard. So students will be involved more in resolving like modern cars, safety, comfort, security, speed, fuel, and a lot more. So as a professional in the auto industry, you're likely to work in one of the 3 areas, all right? So research and development, design and production. So the course will train you to be a mechanical, but after that you have like many possibilities that you can keep studying further to acquire more skills, more knowledge, so you can keep progressing in your career.
All right.
Involves a lot of things. So technology, design. So if it's something that you really like doing, that's something to consider as well.
All right. Cool. Okay. Thank you. And how is the structure of the classes? They are practical, theoretical. The students have assessment, because a lot of people is so scared about assessment as well. Yeah.
So to simplify how it works. So as I said, the first course, the certificate 3 level, 78 weeks. So we can divide in 6 blocks. All right. So each block lasts for 10 weeks, pretty much.
Right.
So the first and second block is pretty much theoretical. And then when you go to the 3rd and 4th, you'll be a mix of theoretical and practical class. So it's when the course becomes more exciting and interesting. It's when the students are more passionate about, because it's like going to the workshop.
Right.
So they start putting everything in practice, everything they learned the first and the second term.
You say certificate 4 or certificate 3?
During the certificate 3.
All right.
So certificate 3 is 78 weeks.
Yeah.
Let's say it's 6 blocks of 10 weeks each, pretty much. Okay, because you have breaks in between. So the first and second term of the certificate 3, the students will be in the classroom learning the basics, watching many videos, doing the assessments, which is normal in course.
Because they need the theory,
exactly.
Like everything.
So after the second term, during the term in the 4th, you'll be going to the workshop. So we'll be doing a mix of theoretical and practical classes.
Cool.
That's when it becomes really exciting for them.
It's like when they are studying English. They need to go to classes and they stay like at the classroom Monday to Friday, writing and listening to the teachers.
Exactly. And after class, they go to work.
Exactly.
And they put everything in practice.
Pretty
much the same. That's
cool.
Right?
All right.
After that, they'll start doing the placement. So it is included a placement of 432 hours, which is equivalent to 22 weeks pretty much.
All right, in the same course.
In the same course, certificate 3. All right, so we'll be talking later with Juliana from Cyber Migration. She'll explain this a bit further. Right. The requirement for the course for this occupation, it is 360 hours. So our course will be covering 432 hours. All okay, right. So we, Skills Australia, will be allocating each student in the work placement.
You're going to help them with that?
We will allocate them, for sure. Really so important. If you don't have a job, we'll be able to allocate you. Okay, so that's really something that you don't need to worry. Am I going to be able to find a job? You'll be trained to find a job. But if you're not, that's our responsibility to allocate you in a placement.
Yeah, good. No, that's really important for international students in Australia, because we need to be honest, in Australia it's not easy for us to find a job, especially for the English skills we have, the communication, the experience. So if we have a school who can support us on that, it's really, really important.
Yeah, and it's important for you to understand, because this vocational placement, the work placement, it is part of the curriculum. So you'll be assessed of the placement that you'll be doing. Okay, so at the end, once you complete the placement, you'll be getting the certificate, the diploma of the certificate 3. After that, you go for the certificate 4, which is for 6 months. So then you don't need to do a placement because you did already in certificate 3. You can of course keep working and everything, but be more focused on theoretical. Same when you go to the diploma level.
Great. Yeah. They can do it in advance because
that's right. Yes,
some courses the student need to wait until the end to do the placement, so they can do it in advance.
Do it exactly.
Really good. Yeah, it's cool. I like
so if you think about it, out of 1.5 years, you'll be focused more studying for 1 year. And then you'll be just working. Let's say 22 weeks, pretty much almost 6 months.
All right.
Right, so it's pretty good.
Cool. Thank you.
No worries.
Another of the questions we have is how demanding are the courses and how many days per week the student needs to go? This
right, that's a really good question.
Be careful with that.
All right. So we recently we have a change from ASQUA and the Department of Education. So we had to make some adjustments with our curriculum. So the first term, it is compulsory for the students to attend 30 hours per week.
All right.
Okay? What is 30 hours? So we'll be doing 3 days, full time, from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
All right.
Okay?
That's full time. All right.
That's for the first term. So for the first 10 weeks, they must attend it. Okay?
Right.
After the second term, they will go back to the normal timetable that we have with all the courses, which is 24 hours per week. So they'll be doing 2 days full time, Monday and Tuesday, or Saturday and Sunday. We're just introducing now in 15th of February the weekend timetable, which is pretty good. So we had like so many inquiries and requests for that, so it's awesome. And I believe the students will be able to accommodate themselves better having a weekend timetable. So 2 days a week, full time from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and the other day half day, which will be from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Cool, amazing. Okay. Yeah. No, it's good you have different options, especially now you introduce this weekend, because I called the another day the guy who fixed my car, and he said, Danny, I am not on the weekends, I'm working only Monday to Friday. So if they need to work during the week, they can study during the weekend as well.
Might be easier for you to find a job and everything, so you don't need like, I need to work, I can't go to college, and no, it's important for you as a student attend the classes, but also have a job. And all these changes the school made recently is not about the school, it's because the government. That's right. It's not the college's fault, because we need to follow ASQUA, the Department of Education compliances and policies. Right? So we had to accommodate that, and of course we try to reduce the risks and try to accommodate the student needs and the best way possible.
It's important. And also people need to know, students need to know that the school now, in this case, Skills Australia Institute is offering Monday and Tuesday classes, for example, but schools can change any time.
It can. It's something that unfortunately we can't presume when this change is going to happen or not. And sometimes because of the trainer, because of the availability of the workshop, so it depends with the course we're going for.
There's so many things involved with that. So a lot of the students are asking us like, why the school changed? If you offer me Wednesday and Friday and
why
stuff
they're not following the timetable?
Exactly.
I signed for that.
Students who are going to do vocational courses or university, you need to know that the school may change that every term or every semester as well. Some schools don't change it the whole year. They try because they try to help the students, because they know for us it's really hard to find a job in Australia. So, but they never know.
You know, most of the students, they work as a casual and they have to receive the roster like a couple weeks before, and sometimes it's hard for them to change the schedule, and then we always try to give some notice in advance so they can prepare themselves and organize the schedule. Yeah.
Cool. I have another question for you. You answered already, I think, but just to complement how the placement works. And it's included in the program.
So,
you mentioned that.
Yes. So again, it is included in the program. 432 hours for the automotive during the certificate 3. Okay, so they'll be towards the end of the certificate 3. So why is that? We have two reasons. We are in this whole pandemic situation, right? So we do have students interstate. So we have students in Melbourne, Sydney, Canberra, whatever. Sometimes they can't attend classes. So we are doing online and face-to-face classes in order to accommodate everyone. All right. So for those who can't come to Adelaide or to Perth during this whole situation and they need some more time to organize themselves for this move, we put the placement towards the end of the course because the placement has to be present face-to-face. They gotta be here, right? Otherwise, the trainer can't go to the workplace and do the assessment they need to.
Cool.
All right.
No, but it's great that the students can do the placement during the course because it's a requirement for the course. But apart from that, for people who want to migrate, it's another requirement.
It is another requirement.
So you have it already in the package. It's amazing.
Because sometimes you gotta be smart with that. Some of the courses they don't offer that. It's not included in the package. So you gotta make sure you have these hours, you have the placement included in the course. Even if you don't have it, you gotta make sure you do it during the time you're doing the course.
Cool. Great. Thank you, Mitch. So if we have someone in this live now and wants to start the course soon this year,
contact her.
you need to contact Information Planet, guys. But if you would like to study at the skill schools, for example, or any other school, in this case, when they can start the course?
All right. The next intake available we have for both campuses, Perth and Adelaide, will be now 15th February. We do have a total of 8 intakes per year. Okay, the first one was now 11th of January. Sorry, I was fading. The first first one was 11th of January, a few weeks ago. The next one will be now 15th Feb, and then we have some space in between to start the next batch.
Cool. Oh, that's great. I have a look on the dates, and it's really good because some schools only offer every semester or three times a year. So you have about 5 or 6 intakes a year. That's really good.
Yes, for that one we have a total of 8 intakes.
Yeah, that's good, guys, because if you are studying today an English course or any other vocational course, and then you want to start this certificate or the package in automotive, you need to check the date because immigration said that you cannot be on holiday for more than 8 weeks, which is 2 months. So if your course is going to finish already in December or in January now, you need to start the course in March. All right, so careful with that. People don't know in general this information. People focus in the visa when the visa is going to expire, but they don't know about this information. So this is really important for you. Okay.
So also I want to mention about what is included in the material for the certificate 3. Okay, so the student will be getting the safe glasses, which is very important. So there's a PPE package, which is everything about safety they will be using during when they go to the workshop and everything. So they'll have the safe glasses, they'll have the gloves, the headphones to avoid the noises. And
it's all included.
That's all included in the material as well.
That's good. It's good to know. I think we had more of the question covered, but someone asking, the light is about automotive courses and she's replying to someone else. Guys, so the ones who just joined to this live is an automotive live, but we are going to record it at the end. So you are going to be able to see in Information Planet Instagram page. We are going to share in Facebook as well. So you're not going to miss it. Okay? So if you just joined now, you can watch it again. All right?
Yeah. If you guys sorry to interrupt, Danny, if you want to see our infrastructure, our workshops, anything, go to our Instagram page or Facebook page. We have photos there. So
the Skills
Australia Institute. Yes.
Yeah, you can contact them or you can contact Information Planet. We can give you the
even if you are in Adelaide or Perth, you're more than welcome to come to our campus. We'll take you to the workshop so you can go for a tour and see all the infrastructure all the facilities and everything that we offer for the students, all the support and everything.
And I realized that also some people in here who is in another cities. Maybe in Sydney, if you are in Melbourne or any other cities, You know how coronavirus have been changing our lives. We are doing everything online now, so don't worry about that. If you want to contact us, same. We can do a tour if you want, a live tour or anything. You can contact the school or us, and we can help you. So don't worry if you are in another city. We can help you as well. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I think we have all the questions now.
Do it,
so
yeah,
I would like
done.
to invite you to keep this live with us now.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we are going to
yes.
invite now Seven Migration. Seven Migration is going to talk about this area, automotive, and then the pathway to migrate, right? So stay here with us. I'm going to invite them. Just a second. Is this one?
Let's go here.
Yeah. Cool.
Great.
Thank you, Mitch.
Yeah,
I'm not
accept our
super good with
invitation.
technology. Oh my god. So we are going to invite now Juliana from Seven Migration, our partner. She's going to help us with a bit of information. It's Claudia.
Juliana.
How's it going? I'm on time now, right?
How are you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm good. Good.
Oh, good.
Good
Thank
to see
you.
you.
We are in lockdown officially now in Perth, right? So
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
as good as possible.
Can you hear us properly?
Yeah. Can you hear me, see me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
the
good.
volume is okay, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, God.
So big day, right? Because the list has just been
Oh
released.
my God. Finally, South Australia
Finally.
has been released. I believe everyone's so happy about it. Oh my God.
Yeah, don't bother if the video stops sometimes because people are calling me. So sometimes it will
okay.
block,
That's okay. That's okay.
but I'll come back. Don't worry.
Keep going.
All right, no worries. So, Claudio, thank you for joining us. Claudio is from Seven Migration. He's going to help us a little bit with this information and this pathway from automotive courses to if the people want to migrate. So, you can help us with that. And Mitch, if you have any question or if you want to help us with this,
Yes, of course.
you can do
I'll
it.
ask the questions that my clients and students ask all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Why should I
Yeah.
go for 2 years and not 2.5 years? Or
Good
vice versa?
question. Good question. And that
What are the
was the
benefits
first thing I
there?
was going to say. Yeah. Look, for automotive industry, you have the certificate 3 for the diploma, right? So
Yes.
what's the qualification you need to migrate? Only the certificate 3. Only the certificate 3 should be enough for you to migrate. But the certificate 3 doesn't have 2 years. And you need to study 2 years of courses related so you can qualify for the graduate visa. Without the graduate visa, you cannot migrate. And to get a graduate visa, you need 2 years of study. So the certificate 3 itself alone is not enough. Certificate 3 and certificate 4, you'll be 2 years, right? 2 years, certificate 3 and 4?
Certificate 3, yes, 2 years.
2 years, okay. That would be enough, right? So that would be enough, and then you could go for the graduate visa. Most people are waiting like very anxiously to go for the graduate visa, right? So, yeah, I want to go out of the student visa as soon as I can, and they want to just study the bare minimum so they can go for the market. But why not take the diploma? After the certificate 3, everything that you have been working in the field is already counting towards your experience, right?
Yeah.
So if you finish the certificate 3 and you are already working in the field and you study the certificate 4 and then you study the diploma and you still have after diploma another 1.5 years of graduate visa, you will have 2.5 years of work experience. So let's say at the end of your graduate visa, state has closed for your occupation. It can happen, right? So now it's open, but until last week it was closed. So if that happens, at least you have enough experience to go, for example, for a sponsor visa. And for the sponsor visa, you need at least 2 years work experience. So it is important and for people to consider taking the whole package, the certificate 3, certificate 4, take another 6-month break before going for the graduate visa. It will just delay 6 months of your plan. But if you don't have 44 years old, that's enough. That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's best for you to gain more experience because then you have options. Because after the graduate visa, if you need more experience, it's going to be harder for you to go back for the student visa. So do everything you can under the student visa, and then take the graduate visa, more experienced, more qualified, and it will be even easier for you to find a job.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So basically, in the Netherlands, especially, people can apply for the postgraduate visa for 2 years, but also they can go for 1 additional year in case they need it. So this is really good, right, for them?
Not really, actually.
No?
For the additional year of graduate visa is just for people who study
No.
higher
She's
education.
saying, sorry to interrupt. She said if they go all the way to diploma, they'll have another visa possibility to apply.
Yeah, they can always
Not just
apply for the graduate
we
visa.
know
Okay,
for
I got it now. Yeah,
higher education.
the graduate
3 years.
visa. Yeah, the graduate visa will be
18 months.
18 months, regardless. Regardless if it's after the certificate 4 and after the diploma, right? Because motor mechanic is in the medium long-term list, and every occupation that you study, that the qualification leads you to an occupation that is in the medium long-term list, might make you eligible for the graduate visa if you comply with other requirements, including IELTS or PT or any other language certificate. That will be 18 months, and you will have that after you complete at least 2 years study towards occupation such as motor mechanic that is in the medium long-term list. The only concern is if you just do the bare minimum, the 2 year certificate 3 and 4, you will have to go for the graduate visa, and you will have 18 months to get the experience you need and comply with the job ready program, which students will be doing during the graduate visa, and they will have probably around 6 months or so to apply for the visa. And this process sometimes take a little bit longer. I've seen many people who had like the graduate visa close to expiry when they were concluding the program, and maybe sometimes you take a little longer to find a job in your field, and sometimes it's harder to comply with other requirements. So the diploma will give you a little bit more peace of mind. You go for the market more experienced, more qualified, and the same graduate visa will apply for you either after the certificate 4 or after the diploma.
All right, cool. Thank you, Claudio. How good should be the English in case people...
That is the question. Well, the state doesn't mind much about English for this occupation. They say that competent English is enough. So you just need 6 on IELTS on each band, or 50 on PT. But depending on your points score, we might need a higher English score, right? So if you are over 40, for example, or if you have a partner that don't speak English or doesn't have a qualification, so then we would be losing too much points. So a good way to recover for the point score would be with the English test. So if you just go from 6 to 7, you already get 10 points. If you go from 7 to 8, you get another 10 points. So you can get 20 points just to improve 2 points on your score. It's not easy, obviously, but it is a way we have if you're losing points some other way. But usually 6 on IELTS for most applicants will be enough for occupations such as motor mechanic and all trades. Usually 6 on IELTS is enough.
All right, cool. Thank you. So if someone joined already in the live and have this question, how do I know if I met all the requirements for this pathway to migrate?
Well, there are many requirements, right? We have to first check the skills assessment requirements. And the skills assessment requirements say that you must comply with at least the certificate 3. They only will see the certificate 3. The certificate 4 and the diploma will help you to get the graduate visa and to gain more experience. But for the skills assessment itself, it's only the certificate 3 plus 360 hours of work placement to go for the step 1 of the program. Skills Institute Australia have more than enough work placement.
Australia Institute.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. You didn't listen, correct?
Talking about our competitor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna be online after that, right? Is it?
Yeah.
We
Cut
cannot
off.
change
We cut
everything.
that. We
We
cut
have
Cut,
it
that.
cut that part,
alive.
yeah.
Don't worry. So,
Yeah. Uh,
so if they go
but
for the
Mitch's
certificate three,
school, yeah, the
sure.
certificate 3 plus 360 hours
Yeah.
work placement that is included in the course will be the qualification, the enough requirement to go for the program. And then during the graduate visa, you're going to do the other steps. 1,725 hours work placement during the graduate visa, practical assessment at step 3, some documentation on step 4, and you are good with the skills assessment. Next step, we have to check your point score. So we need to check individually how many points you have for your age, qualification, work experience, study, partner, in English. So we'll go gather all points and see if you qualify for the skill visa. Next step, we have to check South Australia website. If you are in South Australia, Western Australia website, if you are in Western Australia, to see what the state is requiring from you to issue an invitation. At the moment, Western Australia doesn't include motor mechanic in their skill list, but South Australia has just released the list. Motor mechanic is included
Is
for
it there?
people who. It is there, yes. It is there, and it is available for people who have been working for 12 months in Adelaide. So you will be working for 12 months because you have to comply with the skills assessment, right? So as soon as you finish your program, your job ready program, which will include 12 months work experience, then you can apply for the state nomination if you have enough points. So basically, all you need to do is complete the course, take the work placement, go for the graduate visa, work 1 year, check the points, and apply.
So Claudio, for our students or clients, future clients in Perth, what is the pathway for them if it's not on the list, the 491 list anymore?
If it's not on the skill list of the state, usually we try to find a pathway through a company sponsorship, an employer sponsor visa. That's why it's so important to maximize your experience before your graduate visa expires. So if you do the certificate 3, 4, and diploma, just within the student visa, you already have 1 year work experience. Yeah. Then you go for 18 months work experience plus bridging visa, plus holidays from school. You will possibly have 3 years work experience after the graduate visa ends. So it can qualify students even like for 186 as a permanent visa through the company. So there are pathways. So the first thing we do, we check the state. But if the state doesn't open for them at that particular stage, after they completed all the course and all the requirements, we have to resort to employer sponsor or other options. But most of these options will require more experience. So if you can, please do the diploma as well.
All right, cool. Okay.
Thank you.
So Claudio, I have this question a lot of time from the students. So in this case for automotive course, if we have a student now on the live or someone who is going to watch later and they want to go and run to this South Australia list that has been released already, how they can search the name of this course? Because we call this course automotive package, but on the list it's called the same or it's mechanic. How they can find to see which pathway they have, which visas they can apply?
Yeah, on South Australia's migration website, it only lists the name of the occupation and not the qualification, right? So the name of the occupation is motor mechanic general. So it's motor mechanic general under brackets. That's the occupation you will be applying to. So after you study the certificate 3, certificate 4, diploma, you go for the graduate visa, you will complete the skills assessment for motor mechanic general, code 321211. So 321211, that's the ENSCO code for motor mechanic. if they check there, it is on the list, and it's saying that it's available for applicants who have been working for 12 months in Adelaide or 6 months in outside of Adelaide. But then obviously you still need 12 months just because you are still doing the graduate visa, right? So you will need 12 months. And even, well, at least if you're doing outside of Adelaide, the 12 months experience, you may even qualify for the permanent, the 190, right? So because if you just work in Adelaide, you just qualify for the 491, which is regional. It offers students a pathway to permanent residency, and it's kind of a safe pathway. But obviously, if they can, the new list is very much for people get out of Adelaide. So state wants to grow, not only in Adelaide, they want to grow the whole state. So they are trying to make people finish their course in Adelaide because it's the only place they will have to study. But after that, get their skills and take somewhere else in the state.
All right. I have a question about the course. This is another question I get a lot. Is how long need to be the duration of this course? So you said with a certificate 3 is fine. It say that need to be like a 1 year duration, 6 month duration. Is there something or no?
Well, the certificate 3 would be enough if you had any other option, but you don't have any other option. You need to take at least the certificate 4, just because you have to complete at least 2 years. If you don't complete 2 years, you don't qualify for the graduate visa. And if you don't qualify for the graduate visa, you cannot do the work experience you need, and there's no pathway for you. So you will need to take at least the certificate 3 and 4. Diploma is optional, but it's recommended.
All right, cool. Thank you. You have a question?
Yeah,
no? Okay, cool. So one of the final questions I got it. I think it's not question from people. Guys, if you have any questions, we are almost going to finish the live. So if you have any question we are reading now, just type it now and then we are going to help you. So one of the last questions, Claudio, is the most important one. People say, how much do I need for this process? So just a general idea.
All right, so to calculate costs, they will first have to talk to Information Planet to check school fees so they can study the course. What I can talk about is after they finish the course. After they finish the course, they will need to go for the graduate visa. Graduate visa, depending on the circumstances, people will spend probably around 2,700 or 3,000 to 5,000, depending if you are including family or not. So minimum 3,000 to go for the graduate visa, but then you have to do all the steps of the job ready program. One of the steps is $2,000, the practical assessment, step 3. That's probably the most expensive one. So let's calculate $3,000 as well for the whole job ready program. So 3,000 for the graduate visa, 3,000 for the job ready program, and then we're going to apply for your visa, which will lead you to a permanent visa, right? So that visa itself, only the application fee is $4,000. If you are applying through a migration agent, the migration agent will have their fees to help you get that invitation and apply for the visa, complying with all the requirements. It will depend. Some migration agents will charge you $2,500, some will charge you $4,000. So let's say that you will spend about, if you're including probably a partner.
Someone is calling.
Yeah, South Australia is calling. $6,000 for the visa application plus migration fees and migration agents fees. People will spend probably something around $15,000. But that's going to be divided in many installments because you have 1.5 years to pay for all these fees. So it is achievable.
It's not everything at once. That's what you mean.
Exactly.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you, Claudio. So
yeah.
I think people is asking you a few questions in here. So if we can have a look. The first one say, is the course in the list asking for just 3 months, like new list required now?
Well, 3 months is for some occupations. Motor mechanic specifically is requiring at least 6 months, but you have to do the skills, the graduate visa, right? So you have to do the job ready program, which will include 12 months work experience. There is something in the website saying 3 months only for few occupations, but that's the case for people who come ready from your home country. So let's say you were a motor mechanic, automotive mechanic in your home country, you have the qualification, you have the experience, you come ready, so you're ready to apply. So maybe you don't have to take the whole 12 months work experience for some occupations. Sometimes 3 months, 6 months might be enough for you, depending. We have to check the list, the specific information, the qualification, and we can apply maybe with less experience. But if you're not a motor mechanic, if you're not an automotive mechanic, if you're going to start the course now, you have to comply with the requirements of the skills assessment, which will include 12 months work experience plus qualification. There's no way to escape it.
All right, cool, thank you. So there is another question. I did 1 year of diploma. Am I able to apply for another visa after that course? So maybe she can talk to us to information planet later, no?
Yeah, we would have to check her eligibility for any other visa. It will depend on the course she studied, but it's not, I would say it's not the automotive mechanic, because she wouldn't skip certificate 3 and 4 to go for the diploma, right?
All right. Someone else is asking, 3 months of experience is enough?
Yeah, like I said, if you come ready, if you come to Brazil from like Brazil or your country, ready to apply, if you had the qualification and experience, and you don't need to study anything else here, sometimes 3 months might be enough if you qualify, depending on the pathway you choose. But this is just for people who have all the qualifications and experience they need.
All right, cool. And Claudio, you have a bit of more time. We had 2 more questions. Someone is asking, do I have any chance for 190 if I have 85 points and 3 months of job experience after graduating in South Australia?
You will have to check your occupation on the list, because they are making specific requirements for each occupation. So it usually doesn't matter the points scored. You have to comply with what your occupation is saying. So, for example, motor mechanic, they say if you want the 190, you have to go to Outern Regional South Australia and work for at least 12 months there. Otherwise, you will be invited on the 491. So each occupation now has its own requirements. There's a general requirement, but the occupation has its own requirements, and that's more important than the general ones.
Great, thank you, Claudio. People is asking another question. For civil engineer, draft person, graduated in South Australia and already working in the field for 2 months full time, how big is the chance to get the 190 visa instead of 491?
You have to go for the website now. The list is available to the website now. You have to type civil engineering, draft person or technician, whatever you have, and check what the requirements are. So they might make different requirements depending on each occupation. So we would have to go on each of these occupations people are talking about, check their website. Now it's not only one general requirement for all occupations. Each occupation, its own requirements. So it's impossible to generalize and say, yeah, you are eligible regardless of the occupation or not. We have to check your occupation on the list and check what are the requirements for that occupation. I think they froze over there. Oh, you're back.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I put all the notification off. I don't know what's happened. Yeah. So did you finish what did you say, Claudio? Sorry about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think people heard what I said. Yeah,
I got it. Cool. Yeah, no, we have
yeah.
a couple of more questions, but they are related to another areas, electric engineer, community worker. So this live was made to answer questions about automotive. We are going to do more live, guys, related to different areas, but also you can check our previous live because we have answered already these kind of questions. So, Claudio, we wanted to say thank you for today. Thank you for answering the question from people who are super excited about this new in Adelaide and in Perth as well.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, I wanted to
Thank
say
you.
thank you, Mitch, as well.
Thanks again.
Thanks
Thanks for being here. Thanks for the
Yeah.
invite.
Thank you
Thank so much,
for the
Claudio.
opportunity.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
all the
Thank you for having
answers
us.
and everything. All the support as always.
All right. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Thanks,
Okay,
Diane.
thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you, bye. I don't know what's happening with the connection.
I thought you were going to talk about the next live.
Huh?
They have been alive now.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
About it.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to.
And